The following feature is rated SM for spiritual maturity and is not intended for the immature who wishes to remain as such. The views expressed are not necessarily those of our sponsors, as they sometimes could care less about what the host is saying, but is more concerned about having their product on a popular show. Warning, small minds, listen at your own risk, as this content is extremely overwhelming and may do further damage to those minds closed off to objective reality. Approach with an open mind, as the heavy nature of the content will lick your chip.
Oh! In the meantime, 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 in between time, time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time, boom, 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 time.
Yeah man, welcome back to In the Meantime, yeah man, episode 24. We are going good, don't pass that. yeah man, alright. Watch out man, alright, watch out now, yes. Episode 24 is entitled The Diluted Female Part 4, yeah man, we depend that same way, yeah man. Alright, yes, remember to like, share, subscribe, yeah man, spread it. Yeah man, that's how you go, you know, Babylon don't like hear these things, so yeah man, the army, yeah man, Purple Nation, have to go and spread this thing, yeah. Alright, watch out now. Yes, me like the steady flow of people who are sending video questions in relation to planet Earth. Yes, where I gotta do a thing on him. Random questions, and answer these questions. So yeah man, keep sending your video questions. Yeah man, and just normal letters in general, same way. To In the Meantime Radio Show at gmail.com. Yes. Alright, as usual, this section of the program is brought to you by Madvert Multimedia. If it's not Madvert, it's not an advert. And Vicebox Studios, the voice of a nation. And Rebel 13 Collections. It's at Rebel 13 Collections for the finest in custom design clothing and everything printing except fingerprinting. This section of the program is also brought to you by Bunks About Kids Party Rentals. That's at BUNX About. Them specialize in birthday parties, school fairs, fun days, and other events. So call them now at 876-404-1714 and customize an experience for your child that they will never forget. So when you want a party rental, man, don't bunks go all about. Bunks About. Also brought to you by Next Level Fitness. Yeah, man, that's next_level_fitness 13. Me tell you that, I ask for King Bully. Tell him say I'm me send you, and let me tell you something. Let me just warn you. You have to willing to put in the work. He'll say, nah, I don't like that, brother. I tell you, it's rough.
In the meantime.
Alright, I'm going to jump right into the letter of the day. Alright, the letter of the day is coming from Horace McKinley. It's a greetings, CurlyLoxx, the Vice Box. I am a big fan of all your work, especially In the Meantime. I have an issue with me and my wife. We are together for 4 years and have one child. For most of those years, I was the breadwinner. I took very good care of her and my child. I got her a job working at the same bank that I work, because we majored in the same thing when we met at college. Everything was fine with us the first few months of working there, until she got promoted by the managing director to the position of general manager for a particular region. After that, her attitude towards me completely changed. She became cocky and would often boast about her way bigger paycheck than mine. She started talking down to me in front of others. Sometimes at home we would get into arguments and loud fights where she would often lament that I am not on her level, and that sex with me is like torture. Sometimes she don't even know why she even bothers. When she calms down, she would often say that she did not mean it and apologize. But something in the back of my mind always told me otherwise, but I did not want to believe what I was thinking. 3 months later, after her promotion, I myself would be promoted to the same position as her. Me with my naive self actually thought that this would make me and my wife even better. When she found out, she was visibly upset and tried not to show it. As the days went by, she was complaining about every little thing that didn't make any sense. And I know now, since listening in the meantime and looking back at those moments, that she wasn't really saying what she wanted to say. I now know that there was an underlying issue that was not being expressed. As suddenly as I got my promotion, I lost it. 1 month after. I didn't only lose that promotion, I also lost my job as I was laid off without any real explanation. I was devastated. I started battling depression and even started taking medication for it. When I lost my promotion, however, she became happy and upbeat and in high spirits when I was down. She became the breadwinner for that time as I struggled to put myself back on my feet. She would belittle me in front of everyone when I found it difficult to provide financially as I used to do, even though she knew that I lost my job and was trying hard to get a next one. At that point, I realized I became less than nothing to her. I could no longer ask her questions related to where she was going without a loud argument. I could no longer drive her car. She had a complete circle of friends that I was never introduced to. I was confused, to say the least. One day while at home, the managing director who laid me off, the same one who gave my wife her position, and also who was unknown to her, a childhood friend of my father, called me into his office. He didn't mince words. He said that he respected my father too much to keep this from me. He started off by saying that I did not have, I did not have a wife because my so-called wife made him a proposition to have regular sex with him in exchange for firing me. Instantly, I remembered the day when she said to me, "Babes, I got the position." I now fully understood that it was position in relation to Terror Fabulous's massive 90s dancehall hit of the same name. That goes, position, hold up your head and cock out your bottom. Needless to say, we broke up. She took my child and I haven't seen my child in a while. Because of your show, I now know for a fact that one day I'll be okay. But I have a question. You often say that every problem that we experience in relationships is related to the battle between spiritual maturity and spiritual immaturity. Could you explain some more scenarios that could help me to further understand it? Because sometimes I just do not see how. I would appreciate that so much. Horace. Boy, me I tell you, Pastor. It's a dog's world for Horace, man. Rough. Alright, Horace. Apart from buying my book, yes, my new book, Planet Hurt, The Idea and the Process, and www.planethurtbook.com. To help the eye sort out this and other pressing issues in your life, related to the misunderstanding of the mind. Yes, man. So, for Horace and others like Horace who feel them that want a more simple explanation upon this warrior of spiritual maturity versus immaturity, yeah, man. I'm going to take the time out right now, you understand, for do that for the item, because even though I repeat this on a regular basis, again, I'm not going to stop telling you. Repetition is how you learn, yeah, man. The worst habits we learn in our life, I can't say it enough, is repetition cause it, you understand, and the ego cause if you're annoyed when it notice say you learn something else, so might challenge the lie where it have you live and tell you say your identity. So if we are going to unlearn these bad habits, we have to repeat and practice consistently the new information. We are going to override the old information. We create those bad habits.
You believe that? I don't fully get it.
Yeah, man. That's what I say.
You have to explain
all right.
You have to explain it. You have to explain it.
All right. Put it away, Pastor. Let me make you understand what I say. Look at what I say about practicing information consistently and constantly. Because look at it like language. Because I'm going to tell you something. Hey, old habit. You see, habit I want hard fucking thing for breaking or bridging. Let me tell you something. I look at it like language.
What does that have to do with language though?
Well, I don't get look at it like when you try to learn a new language. Where you think an accent come from? An accent is your old habit, the old language. I try to struggle up against that, bridging.
Really?
Yeah, man, it has struggled to remain the dominant language because of that is the original habit. And like language, you go always struggle with a real terrible habit in a brethren. And that's why you have to constantly practice new information. And that's why in a book, and certain information not help most people, them read it one time and I say, well, no help me. Nobody feel like you're going to read Planet Earth one time and I just eat that, Because you have to practice it and it become a part of your nature.
That's true.
Yeah, man, because sometimes you either read a book or you watch a program one time and then you go back, go read or watch it again and you realize, wait, that did not. You miss certain things. Yeah, man, yes, you miss certain things the first time. So that's why it is good to go back, go repeat it constantly. Watch in the meantime from one, go straight back up to where it reach at all time. Practice that. And that's so it become a part of your nature, so you catch that state of consciousness, yeah. So, Horace, I'm going to do the same thing a little different tonight, yeah. Alright. There is so much different thing you can say about this subject, yeah. It's endless, me I tell you. Why, sometimes we wish there was a new way if you say this thing, yeah. You have to remember, you have to remember again, say, the average person, based on their belief system, do not have an inner character. Everything with them understand about reality based, or them think them understand about reality based on external things. The concept of them of self is tied to everything outside of them. So this idea of self now make them miserable because they have to spend their entire life now to try and make these external things and people remain the same.
Remain static.
Yes, a static, rigid identity. Them not like change.
They're not flexible, you're saying?
Yeah, them don't have that inner character will rule over reality, but instead of the other way around. Them not have.
In other words, you're saying that there is no inner self that gives them control over their reality.
Yeah,
saying?
Exactly. Yeah, man, because them identify these external things, like me always say. Them identify these external things as them actual identity. So, if these things threaten for change, it make them uneasy and comfortable. Because change of any one of these things means that them lose control of them identity. This is why you see some people in some relationship now, work and otherwise. When one person in the relationship want change, want grow. Yeah, them want grow, them want evolve. You find it become now a disrespect to this person who see this person you know. We want grow or evolve as part of them reality and therefore them identity. So it become a situation where it come down to, so you, my identity, want change without my permission. You mad?
You think so?
Yeah, man, and that's why you see so much people fight to keep other people the same.
Why is that?
Because subconsciously, them see reality as something with them own, and therefore, everything in a reality should serve them and serve their interests. In other words, my reality, you inner, and therefore, me supposed to have control over my reality. So you find now, say if these things and people are allowed to change, that means that them never have no identity. So them do everything in them power to make sure that these things remain the same.
Everything, my brother?
Everything, I tell you.
Really?
Yeah, man, because for these spiritually empty people, you have to remember, I can't say it enough. So everything for these kind of people is simply just an idea when I have no process to facilitate the practical reality. Meaning, say, everything just come out of thin air, no process, no there. We cause it to happen. So because of that, them think no action have no consequence.
Why are they like that?
Because change have something to do with process and them don't see process. Only idea. So them reject change. Them 22 them man. Yeah man, young and fresh. And them mother and father alone have the big belly and the long breast. And because them do have this inner spiritual character to help them adapt and change with change. The age where them think they're supposed to change become them lifelong enemy. Them spend them life and try to remain the same. Young. Where them belief system have them a thing say. Make them valid. So them dedicate every moment of them life to trying to stop the process. With plastic surgery, makeup and other cosmetic means.
They want to stay young and therefore important, you say?
Yeah man, me I tell you. It why you see some people lose them confidence in them 30s, 40s and 50s.
Why is that?
Because them base importance and validation upon youngness. And therefore when oldness come, them don't know what to do with it. Every age and stage of human life is important, But we don't see this importance because we spend it. We spend those age and stages. I worry about way back when, with the 20, with the 18. And even when we're 20 or 18, we never did a pay that stage in the mind because we feel like we got 20 or 18 forever. And now most of we old and ugly and resentful. And just I wish somebody would have built a time machine. I know many of these elders have good intention and want these youths now enough to avoid for them mistake. But them can't teach these young youth nothing because them resentful. And bad mind, even them won't pick me. It's rough. Engineer, oh, this thing I sound like it deep so. Like, all right, continue, because this, I got through with it. All right.
So why don't the average relationship last, you think, my brother?
Because many people, all right, most men don't have that inner strength, that inner spirit there, to help them cope with the fact that the breast are going to drop a little bit and the girl are going to have some stretch mark. Him just make up an excuse, man, because this I know where beauty is. Because I don't have that type of spirit that we see beyond the superficial reality there and connect with fear spirit, and therefore, no matter how the physical change, as long as she have the same spirit, he would have connect with her.
It's all internal, you're saying?
Yeah, man, if you have this kind of spiritual maturity, you will fuck the ugliest girl as long as she's nice, because beauty is not an external thing. And the same thing goes for many women. They don't have that type of spirit, that inner spirit that help them cope with the change of the superficial things where them the base them attraction pan. So they make up excuse and gone left them man. Hey, when most people sing Whitney Houston song we say, your love is my love and my love is your love. Them now have one rascal clue where them are sing say, in terms of the commitment. Where in another song they the spiritual understanding of such a commitment.
They don't?
No! Me I tell you that.
How so?
Listen to the line in the song we say. As the years and years they pass us by, we'll stay young through each other's eyes. And a normal commitment that only two people with an inner spiritual character can make such a commitment and carry it out. If you don't have that type of maturity, me I tell you, the competition will always interrupt your life.
So you're saying, my brother, that no one can have a healthy relationship on any level of life itself if they don't develop this inner spiritual mature or spiritually mature character, my brother.
Yeah man, because watch ya, when there is no inner man or inner person then to regulate or control with natural impulses, our belief system, with one-dimensional belief system, cause we destroy the vital use of, because we approach to them, because we misunderstand them and therefore use them out of sync or natural alignment with them intended purpose. Then there will be no confidence to move forward in anything at all, just chaos and constant uncertainty. And when people don't certain about nothing, then they become people who afraid to take risk. In every level or every kind of relationship you can think about. You become the man there when you want to put your half towards this venture here with your business partner because you're not sure if it's going to work out. And you become the girl there where can't eat a tigers for breakfast and a cup soup for dinner for how much month and hold it with this man here where say him have a plan. So make him keep the money where he must save because it go help. This plan here go help both you and him and the pitney them.
Why is that though?
Because members say them not believe in a change. Everything where them see, including poverty, nah go change. I eat this.
Really?
Yeah man. She nah go sacrifice for nothing when nah go change. If it nah happen today, nah happen.
But why though?
Because if them don't have that inner spiritual understanding of self, then them nah have no faith. Them need evidence for everything, Virgin. But somebody who have an inner strength and an inner spiritual character, they don't need evidence.
They don't?
No, because them understand objective reality and understand say it's not their reality. Them born come see it and I got dead left it. And them know say the same old story. Stop and repeat. And it can't go a different way. Them know say when you do certain things, you either face certain consequences or get certain reward. And them know so it go from the beginning of time till now. Only somebody who don't understand that need evidence.
So these people want reality to conform to how they see it. So they desire to keep everyone and everything frozen in place. You're saying?
Yeah man. Them no want nothing for change, brethren. Why you think you see all two man set up all a one style and the style are going good and people are saying, you them when it hungry and boy I love how them a do a thing and the streets are rate them up. And one of the next man go say, alright, different level you know. Miss Vera did live one shop down there and we can take it over here now, because them a say we find certain things and rare we can have it for ourselves. And the next one I say, oh, him knowing that. Because all him know, that's all him know. Him no want to take no risk and that no work out. And him end up kill the next one. And the shop did not go help the two of them. Boy, me not do, boy, hey, me I tell you, it rough.
In the meantime.
Yeah, man, me I tell you, it rough indeed. Me I tell you, Reggie, boy. And that's why you see the Rasta, me I tell you see some people in a relationship with one another and they might try sabotage and bring down one another. And this thing here, them type of psychology are the problem. Because a lot of people empty and them train to see success as being above. And as much as they might say them love and admire this other person with them in a relationship with, them try to hold down that person deliberately. Because if success is being above and them want admiration from this person, them feel, say right now, them have to be above this person here for the person to admire them.
People think that way?
Yeah, man. So them deliberately sabotage this person so this person can remain a fan. Now, what I say? Alright, but let me take time with you. Remember, you know, one of humanity's natural or baseline impulse or need then. One of our natural need is the need for being important. Nothing wrong with it, you know. But the problem is how we view success and we take for being important. So now, if the model or mold of success, in the West here, is based upon, is the idea then of somebody being elevated above or being more than or having more than. The average person based upon this kind of spiritual immaturity, I go always try to ensure say there are people who are below them in order to retain that sense of being above. That is considered as success.
I don't buy that.
I say?
It's nonsense. I don't buy that.
No buy what? Virgin, watch a man. Why you think say then? The 1% will control almost all of the world wealth. A large percent of that 1% do underhanded things to ensure that people stay poor.
Why is that?
Because them have to create them admirers. If him have a yacht and a plane, and everybody have a yacht and a plane, who have admire him?
So you're saying that the average human, rich or poor, is misguided by their belief system? Is that what you're saying, my brother?
Yeah, because when you don't have that inner spiritual strength or character, the beliefs that happiness or contentment is outside, cause you have to live against nature, objective nature. So them cannot have any faith or confidence in anything.
Why is that?
Yeah, because again, things always a change and them feel for them duties, for those fight for it remain the same. And based upon what them belief system define as success, around here so in a Babylon, them caught up in a show. Them caught up trying to walk a million directions at once and therefore, them don't have the confidence to develop the type of stillness where tell them settle down. And work on developing that true inner spiritual character which can help them understand the process and therefore tolerate the natural challenges will come with this process.
That's true.
And without that kind of spiritual, that inner spiritual character there, we don't have any balance for use with natural impulses and therefore no emotional intelligence. So instead of we learn then to manage and use with ego use we. Instead of we learn how to manage and use we imagination manage and use we. And instead of we learn how to manage and use sex manage and use we.
You're going too far now, man. Can you really believe, do you really believe that people misuse sex? My brother, a man like you, who is supposed to be rational, truly believes that? I don't believe that you believe that. You believe that?
What you mean? Me tell you
that. My brother?
Yes, Bridget, of course. I believe that. Yes.
I don't see how. That. You have to show
me.
I don't see how.
All right. All right. Put it away. Look on the relationship then. Look on sex. All right. Look on sex between the average spiritually immature people. One or both people, which we can tell you, say, these are between majority of people, because majority of people in every relationship immature. One or both of them immature. So look for sex in those relationships like a factory then, or a team where 2 people or 3 people end up and do the work where 20 people feel.
I believe that.
Yeah, man. The average person overcompensate.
Here we go.
Yeah, them use sex.
Nonsense.
Well, on the virgin, them use sex over to compensate for what them lack or what them not have in terms of spiritual character and maturity.
And you really believe that?
Yeah, man, the average person turns sex in that sexscape.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, I know sex as sexscape for escape reality. Them use sex to compensate for what them lack or what them not have in terms of spiritual maturity and character.
Really?
Yeah, man. A sex end up a carry the whole of the burden for over in a part where maturity should have there. For the work where maturity should have do. A sex end up a do the whole of the work.
How do you come by such ridiculous assertions?
Because, brethren, watch out, man. It take a spiritually mature person to cope with and tolerate what a human being truly is. Them not like reality none at all. Because what? 24 hours in a day, no brethren. Well, we can fuck for 24 hours. We have to like one another company and only 2 mature people can really do that. And when you find that type of maturity there, over the next side there, so you get the balance for use sex in a rightful way. But when you not the maturity, all you go on doing reality chipping is fuck. Problem, fuck. Every little thing, fuck. If you want to find a fault with fuck. So fuck, get fuck.
So you're saying most people misuse sex? Is that what you're saying, my brother?
Yeah, man, we fuck up fuck. Cause we not no fucking spirituality, so fuck get fuck.
But how that though?
Oh, you mean how that? How fuck get fuck? Let me tell you how fuck get fuck, brethren. Because most people now have no spirit, them empty. So them a fuck for escape them relationship. And that happened to Ori's wife. And that's why she talk about, she don't even know why she bother to do it.
I've often wondered myself why some people lose, especially women, lose interest in sex when it comes to long-term relationships. I never understood that. And I won't lie, I was sitting here wondering why Horace's wife lost interest.
Because she and most people don't have the kind of spirituality to deal with the challenges, the natural challenges that come in a relationship, for truly communicate and sit down and work out certain things and proceed in a particular direction. So when them do just fuck and come to them senses, literally, and find the problems that them are run from still there. So what them do again? Fuck until fuck wear out. And eventually now have no meaning. And then they say there is no meaning in the relationship. When the truth is, there is no spiritual understanding, no spiritual character in the relationship to make the kind of choices and commitment we take to make a relationship work. And at that point, normally everybody want an upgrade. And then just go on to just do the same fuckery continually, over and over.
Make me understand this kind of nonsense that you're trying to...
What you say?
My brother, listen
what?
to my brother. I don't get this level of...
What? Not that figure.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Coming back to work next year. I swear to God, you're losing it, my brother.
What? What you say?
All right. I listen. Make me understand this because this is ridiculous.
What ridiculous?
Make me understand this,
Reggie.
For heaven's sakes. Make me understand this. I'm listening. I'm trying to listen to this. I want to understand. Make me understand this. My brother.
All right. Watch out, man.
I'm listening.
Put it away. For these people who don't have any inner character, everything for them seek distraction from them inadequacies. And unfortunately for these kind of people, them inadequacies are them entire life.
Really?
Yeah, man. Them seek distraction right round the clock to compensate for them lack of spiritual character. Or should I say, for escape from that empty place in them soul where them character supposed to be. So in any time of quietness or solace then, them easily bored because them don't have that inner spiritual character.
You're not making any sense.
What you mean?
I don't see.
What you say, Virgin? Let me tell you something, man. Boredom.
What about it?
Indicate a lack of resources. In other words, when people easily bored are because them not have that kind of mind there, where have a particular purpose, have any kind of organization, any kind of direction. So therefore, when solace or quietness come, them not gonna think nothing constructive because them not have the mental reinforcement there against uncertainty. So half them go trying to find this certainty in a things where them feel say them supposed to can control.
You believe that?
Yeah, man. People who don't have this spiritual idea, this inner idea of self, coming like a car and have no driver on the highway of life, full of them. Them just a crash and a lick up all both. No direction.
A great analogy. I must hand you that. But my brother,
yeah.
Are you saying that these cars without drivers trying to park in each other's garage is the reason why love often does not work out, my brother?
And the driver them have a connect, you know. And the car superficial. And that fuck up most relationship. Because either two empty car are tried there. Or one car with a driver tried there with the next empty car. And that can't work. People will not have them inner spiritual character, that strength of character there. Them idea of things like love and loyalty. Trust and them thing there are going to be a selfish kind of thing. Yeah, man. Them thing they not for them selfish because the world make for serve them. You know?
I don't see it that way. Because, I mean, loyalty or trust or love for that matter is, they're all what they are.
What you say?
Regardless. I don't see it your way.
I don't my way, you know. Objective truth. I don't my way, virgin. My band come see this. Me and you band come see this. And I got deadlift it. Alright. What you say? No selfish love, no then.
No,
love, regardless.
I don't think so. Love is love.
Alright, cool.
Love is love.
I don't remember which rabbi me here to this thing a one long time, you know. Say, how we say love in the West here is a selfish thing. Basically, if then, me see a man right now, I say, alright, he might eat some chicken, and me say, why you eat chicken? I bet say, what the first thing he might say? Me love chicken, virgin. What kind of question that? And then now I love make him cut off the full head, dip him in a pan of boiling bumbo-clad water, and pluck him and eat every last one of the bumbo-clad foul egg them. I love.
So he doesn't love the chicken, my brother?
No, man, he don't love the chicken, he love himself, and him a deal with.
Ridiculous.
It tastes good.
You believe that?
Yeah, man. I know the chicken ways make him like it, and what the chicken can do for him. And the same model or design there. Fuck up our idea of love running at the West, yeah. Because when two people meet, I say them fall in love. I truly a fall, Rasta, because I how them see love. Because this man I now seeing this girl, yeah. Somebody we can satisfy for him his own physical and emotional needs. And she see him as the same thing. It is often not any kind of care or concern for the other will motivate this person for inner this love.
Really?
Yeah, man. You there for my gratification. That's how most people look upon the other person. Subconsciously.
In the meantime,
and in between time, what is coming is coming.
But, my brother.
Yeah.
Why you think the average person look at love like that, though, my brother?
Because the average person imagination is the biggest obstacle in a them way.
Really? Why is that?
Because the things where them imagine come off a complete illusion. We make up them belief system, which in turn distort them reality. And therefore now, where them a draw imagination from is not real 98% of the time. So them a make some choice for destroy them own life most of the time and them don't know.
Really?
Yeah, man, because these choices where them a make a come off and where them consider logical and don't realize, say these logics subjective. And just because something is logical don't mean, say it is true according to the circumstance where you are faced in particular, you know, brethren. It just means, say, this could be true if this is indeed the case. Meaning, say, if everything that you are imagining is 100% true, and every element where you consider to make up this truth here would have in sync or be in alignment, nothing at all couldn't have, and that's totally impossible. And because a belief system, you know, how people think and everybody now going to make the same set of choice. This simply means that every situation are going to make out a completely different and unique circumstances. So each situation in this subjective reality that is quite opposite from objective reality, I'm going to need its own evidence to prove so what you are imagining is indeed true.
Why you say that though?
Because, Virgin, let me tell you something, man. You see, imagination destroy a lot of people, you know. You understand? Because people just imagine and put a bag of thing in their mind and think so it go and there is no other way people build complete story in their mind.
People do that? Give me an example of.
Alright, you have situation in a life then where people owe people and behave certain fuck up way. People are called people are ignore people don't want to give people their money. You see that happen to your cousin and you said John was star or that the same thing that a pussy hole you do me in 2 weeks now, me I call the bumbo hole and him now answer, hey, him for dead, me and my friend them kill that tall boy that got dead. And him know who him a ramp with and oh, yeah, hey. Oh, murder me I go murder that. And watch I know. You just get a sudden call, say the same man who owe the money, dead for over 2 weeks now, them find him over Elsha, wash up. So the two situation might look alike on the surface, and therefore it logical. So you have to know, say, the different elements will motivate choices and therefore action is what determine if something is true. Because it will look like it when you think about it. But you have to willing to go further, to find truth. You think so though? Oh, you mean? Them see people say them stuck a foreign. I have people a hold green card over them head and have them a work for little and nothing. Because them feel that there is no way out of them condition. And before them take up them phone and call Louis Law, them rather call a Obia man.
What does Louis Law do though?
Oh, you mean what Louis Law do? Them deal with all matter of immigration, visa, citizenship, green card, deportation, waivers. Them deal with all violence against women and them thing, let me tell you. So no matter which issue of immigration we are struggling with, remember me tell you, them deal with the removal of all conditions. Shampoo if you struggle for pull it off by himself. Louis Law the best, there is no denial. Mr. Louis Law help people will run away off a trial. So next time nobody sprinkle no powder and deal with no vial. Take up your phone and dial 954-530-1717.
In the meantime.
In the meantime and between time, what is coming is coming.
Alright. Yeah. Why not news I know?
You tell me.
Boy, I call Richie Spice and don't get him come here so the plane land. A lucky thing Clarendon is not home to Buju Banton. You say, it's rough. They tell you, brethren. But it's sad, say, it takes such a breach of national security. Most people realize now, say, not even the JDF have no real control over our airspace. And this is very worrisome, I tell you.
And in further news, Mavada's young son, Dante Brooks, has been found guilty of illegal possession of firearm, murder, and arson.
It's rough.
I don't know, my brother.
Yeah.
What is going on with dancehall and the people related to it in various shapes and forms, because it would seem not to just me, but to everyone. I hear them saying that, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, that it seemed that popular show promoter Isaiah Leng have acquired some kind of stake or some shareholding in Jamaica's prison system.
Why you say that?
Because, my brother, it would seem that Sting have relocated to these venues, my brother, as it seems that every artist is heading to prison to do the show. And Cartel is the headline act, and Laden is already on the billing, and Tommy Lee and Ritical, it would seem that their management, which in this case could be considered as their lawyers, are busy negotiating their contracts for their performances on this show. Hopefully, they don't take up Mr. Leng on his off and by some miracle they turn it down.
Rough.
I must say the lineup looks pretty strong as, Zebra is there and you can't have a Sting without a Ninja Man.
Two blood clots.
Let's see how it goes.
It's rough.
My brother.
Yeah.
What do you think is really happening here? I don't get it.
Well, the word of the day is ghetto. Ghetto is a place that is often manifested as a part of a city in which members of a minority group live and reside, especially as a result of social, legal, or economic pressure. Where a lot of people don't know, so the ghetto is a Venetian invention where them deliberately design policies, economic policies, where socially ensures a set of people are going to live in these places under these harsh economic conditions. And because of the media and popular culture that dictate how them think and what them think and why them think it, they will never be able to leave. Almost every hierarchy or system of government on the face of the earth has used this model to ensure that a section of people do all of the heavy lifting.
Minimum wage workers.
Yeah, man, the heavy lifters, aka slave.
They're slaves, you're saying?
Yeah, man, that's what I say.
How so?
Because for the million time I go tell you, them use the media and popular culture and just make them set of people they think be a fuckery. And therefore create be a fuckery action in them will lead to terrible consequences. And therefore them have to end up do the fuckery job them and take the fuckery pay. And then literally, them can't go afford to come out of them circumstances.
The media does that? You think
mean for the media?
You believe
Brethren, why you think the biggest set of artists them in the world, in almost every culture, are the worst set of artists where we spread the worst set of value, poisonous values them spread? What you think? You think an accident that, brethren? The system allow it. You never hear a song where say, come on, let us reason and let us see if we are misunderstand each other when we seem to not agree upon a certain thing. No, man, when they make me the biggest thing, boy, this, my boy, they chat in a face and man, I run the place and boy, Ray drive by, shoot that, this, that. Then you go follow him and bust a shot and get a record and can't fly, go nowhere. And you don't realize all the artists do just bust a shot on record and fly, go everywhere. Go spread the same poison to keep the slavery in place. And you have to forgive them because not even them know that them is part of a evil system bigger than them. Them is a pan. Yeah, man. The ghetto are the nerve center of the economic plantation. Hitler did use the same design against the European Jews.
He did that?
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
The first one he established was in Poland, October 1939. The ghetto is not an accident, it's a plantation.
You believe that?
Oh, you mean it?
So why don't they just escape then since it's a plantation?
Because the average ghetto or poor person don't see the game with them caught up in a.
They don't?
Them don't see them a slave. We are fight for run the very plantation. We are destroy them life. And it's not like when Bakra did it for a house and make sure say you work, you know. That was a better situation because of the mind of the problem now.
How so?
One time you could have see Bakra and bust a shot in I made and run. But slavery in the worst state, you know, that me I tell you, because everything we consider as important or make we important and consider a value as something we hold back, something counterproductive.
Something bad?
Yeah, man.
My brother.
Because each slave want to be validated or be considered relevant by the next one and we become attached or chained to each other's opinion. Each slave chained to the next one opinion.
Interesting.
And in the ghetto, the murderer more respected and considered more important than the neurosurgeon. Yeah, man. Based on this manufactured belief system where we get through the media, you have a lot of women, whole heap of women in the ghetto right now with a glad officer. My son a gunman, you know, you can't ramp with me, you know, or my man a gunman, you can't play with him. A lucky thing him there prison. I sure you don't know how them man there run prison. Rather than for boast with our son or our man I got college.
Really, my brother?
Yes, man. I think an accident that. So when you see all them artists here do a bag of fuckery and everybody about, hey, I go pack up in the comment section and talk all kind of fuckery. And them same one that cause the fuckery with them a lick out pan.
You think so?
What you mean? Who you think of that? The whole of them murder about here. You think of the Dan them, you think of the politician them.
Who you think?
And the people themselves.
How they do that?
Because them only have a conscious idea of who they are. And if in their mind, them is only one thing and that's a good person. With good intentions, but them subconscious is a different reality. It make up out of some kind of beliefs. We make them demand the worst out of people. And these beliefs make them see the man will do the right thing as a fool, as an idiot. And these are the kind of opinions that program the actions of everybody in them surroundings. Because everybody want to be important to everybody else. So what you think make if it is true, you hear me say, if it is true, say Movada run like thief gas station when this youth name Lorenzo Thomas or Israel as him more popularly known. If this allegation you know is true, say this man a fire shot off a Movada and him run left him range and head for station. And then now, let us just say it is true. Not saying it is true, you know. Say Movada do any kind of crime, you know, you understand? But let's just say it is true. Where you think Movada would have said go kill him?
To protect his reputation in the eyes of these people, I think.
Exactly. Because I feel them opinion make him important and relevant. And him no want to be relevant, you know, so what? You think of that when them a laugh and I say, oh, you right, boy, run gas station, a cover that, you want to see the God. I shake like leaf and I help squad write it down. If I him do it, him kill this man here because him a protect him what? Reputation, you know what? Feed them eye. So technically, are the people themselves do all of the fuckery in the country.
A boots artist to carry gun and shot and go out with a bag of fuckery. Because we know say if a next man do anything remotely opposite to that, him no important. So what you think a man a gonna do if him want to stay important? And because no, in order for spiritually mature and reach somewhere and come off of the plantation, you have to go be irrelevant. Nobody no want to do that. So them stay behind a service what? Full no opinion as people. Boy, me I tell you, it's a brilliant design, this blood clot in a Babylon. It rough, me I tell you that.
So most of these youths now, where you say, I end up in a trouble because them just cannot leave this plantation.
Why again is that?
Because them can't be relevant. So the importance of them place upon these people opinion, I go always hold them back. And this is not by accident, this is a design. Them tie everything related to spiritual maturity or growth to irrelevance. So nobody no want to go there so. So why you think somebody for go to college now, if you put all a 4 year aside and just get certain things done, discipline themselves and get it done, where you see most people no want to do that. Because them have to become irrelevant to some people and them can't afford that. So right alongside that where them can't afford, for free them fucking self out of them condition. Because them cannot pick a side and stay upon it. Them have to in every fucking thing. In other words, nobody no want free. Them have fight for remain a slave. And the same need of important. Make you see all Fantan turn dexterous.
But don't people have a right to live their life the way they see fit, my brother?
Yes, man, of course. Yeah, man. But Fantan and others like him for understand, say. When you represent Rasta, for example, now, you represent a spiritual revolutionary movement. We pick a side and stay upon it. We have particular values, do's, don'ts, beliefs. Why you think it is then? Let's say, a secular artist, somebody who no represent no particular movement. Can sing a gun song, then he sing a girl song, then he sing a farming song, and people accept it and now burn them out and say, hey, a gunman, and you go sing girl song. Because them don't claim to represent a particular thing. When you're spiritually mature, then you get to learn and understand. So, you know, every time at our time. When a fuckery sees now you know represent fuckery, then you have to just build. And you're a big man. If you want to represent the fuckery, you know, you're think that, but you can't represent all of the things one time. You have to choose one over the other.
You do have a point. Back to the slavery. I'm fascinated by this model that you're talking about. Could you explain a bit more, my brother?
The average person, the actor, we live off a script where them never write. And the script create the beliefs, so create them culture. And this culture create the values where them hold. And these values turn them in a victim. We make them bitter and resentful, and this bitterness and resentfulness make them cannot achieve the kind of clarity where them need for reach. No way! Because them literally programmed for don't think and don't have a mind of them own for think everything.
Are we talking about adults here?
Yeah, man, big people. You just imagine, big people no have the common sense to say to themselves, say, something with me I go choose to do, I go be somebody else's fault. That a programming.
And you believe that, my brother?
Oh, you mean if me believe that? Me I live that from me write it in the storyline for Stir It Up Volume 11, and Volume 11 come out in 2013. As a matter of fact, me start get serious from them victim here from 2007 when Zion drop out. Alright, hear that clip here then. Let me show you I'm serious. Me will play two clips. First one, Stir It Up Volume 11, 2013. Munchie them in I quote.
You know what? Stop right there. No one should be subjected to abuse to such a level where it is normalized and accepted. That is what is wrong with the culture.
Me just fed up on everything. You understand?
I hear what you're saying, but don't you think you deserve better though?
Not better than this boy. What are you hearing now?
And based on what I'm seeing, you're pregnant again and very far along.
What do you mean?
So why is it that, sir?
Man, live downtown and check snagger post them and check 7 years.
Silence, sir. Miss McDonald, you are having so much trouble. You articulated so much trouble. Yet, you are pregnant again.
But you can't say anything, you know. Because your life easy, you are right. You are big judge and them something there. You have your house, a car, and big life. Which family live a worse one of my life hard.
You know what? Let me give you the gavel. Because it seems to me that you are the judge now. Because you are judging me.
No, I want me see.
Miss McDonald, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
My mother was raped and killed when I was just 2 years old.
God no.
Yes, and I was brought up in foster care because my father denied paternity because his aristocratic family considered my ghetto mother as less than a dog. I went through the worst of times. But you know what? I made a simple choice to survive and not be a victim. That's what the problem is. A simple choice to fail or succeed. It is up to us. This person or that person made this or that. It's up to us. There's stumbling blocks in the way. Get over it. I didn't let my past determine my future.
Very serious. I really didn't remember this one indeed, my brother.
It's serious, man. That me I tell you. I know this thing I know with Movado son now where people are say, oh, him should have take the youth from the garrison or the youth rich and him alright and me no see how him do this and I must Movado are the worst parent. Let me tell you something, Bridget. Nobody no business with right and wrong when it come on to importance. The need to be important. How long me I tell you that? What make we important in the ghetto? Everything we are destroyed and we are addicted to our own destruction. How long me I say that? Don't even bother ask me that, Pastor. See second clip here. Straight Up Volume 11, 2013. Big Wayne and Bingy Ryan.
I don't know the something set, you know. Remember me, I like your side said we, you know, remember?
I know that I am, but I can't support the violence behind them, Dip and Rasta. You always in this.
So you face them in a idiot.
What you mean? Most of the item when a badness not bad for necessity, you know, I. Who not bad because I.
So me a bad for I?
Yes, I.
Me being you right?
Yeah. Most time you're going to some area where say them volatile. No war not going on. And if a dancer keep a artist show up in a dance, who not give them big long AK like who don't live in Afghanistan. Hi, because no woman support the foolishness.
So me a bad for girl. And that just
every man. Big Wayne, who you say you never want to see a walk a sell like nana chips again? I know hear you. Oh man, every man we are do killing of a mother and a girlfriend. Hey, you see if every woman did stand up and see a man we kill a innocent human being cancer in a vagina, the pastor couldn't hold in him own church a pay good youth. In a lot of ways, the woman them encourage the abuse will eventually come right back round to them.
You waste man, and that me
say that. Yes, I am.
Serious issue indeed, my brother. It is quite fortunate for your life that you started thinking this way and that you came upon this state of consciousness.
No man, me always think away, my brethren. It is just that Zion incident or Zion situation then. Give me the courage to offend those closest to me, those family members and friends who program against them own upliftment and I make be excuse every day. And I use my guilt against me now, because this one-dimensional way how me used to see love and loyalty. This one-track way, them use it, man, as me talk it truth, so guilt. And then me calm down again. I'm afraid to tell them the truth, because me want them love me. I want relevant to them. Fuck that! When you love people, you have to love them enough to offend them into greatness. The world and a playpen, you have to grow the fuck up or perish. And speaking about the courage to offend, alright, remember, invest in our mind. www.planetearthbook.com for Planet Earth Volume 1, the idea and the process. Available now, yeah man, and the audio book is coming in a few weeks, so look out for that. But also, look out for Planet Earth Volume 2, the courage to offend. Because what? Volume 1, I go help the item regain a sense of consciousness to help the item use their mind. And when you have the understanding there of the mind now, you use that mind to process the information in a volume 2. Like how you should have processed it. So yeah, Planet Earth Volume 2, go and show you. So the courage to offend is the ultimate act of love. And that the guilt and them thing the way you feel is because you're chained onto people. Opinion based on a complete illusion and therefore it never necessary. Me I tell you, yeah man.
So in relation to our own downfall in these volatile communities, you're saying, in essence, that people are often the biggest obstacles in their own way? My brother, is that what you're saying?
Yeah man, most of the program for fight against our own upliftment. Especially when you see it in a people who willing to take on the work, the discipline and sacrifice when life require them. And we can't do no say that if we do. Alright, let me tell you something. When we are youth, I come up, in my surroundings, in my family, I did have the kind of attitude where I observe life and I realize a lot of things never that serious. I was a youth where apologize and Mr. Youth where imply forgiveness where there needed to be forgiveness because I have a certain kind of clarity and lego certain things. Even though living in that surroundings, yes, I too struggled with the energy where I tell me to make excuse. I try make them sometime. But I always get back to objective truth. I'm putting in the hard work and face the challenges where life require me. But that intimidate those closest to me around me, that surroundings there.
So they're intimidated. How you know?
Because me know, you me just tell you. Me know when me used to afraid and when me used to afraid that. We connect to the same grid of consciousness. So me know when them afraid and I make excuse. Because like me say, me used to make the same excuse. Maybe not as often as them, but me used to do it. So in a feel them mind now, them feel say me no know. Say them a hide. This fear of failure. So they make all of the excuses the system give them. Hey, who are the white man? Hey, who are the rich man? That's why I'm not going to go nowhere.
I'm blame everybody. Yeah, man, I'm blame everybody. You see one, we are try help them for what them afraid for do. Them blame you for what them afraid for do, Why me I tell you?
And you have to remember now, say the ego, the ego is the gatekeeper for this plantation, And now this ego, you chain you to everybody else's opinion, So, but I want to go try and then flap and make people laugh after you. So what go on now? You still live in the illusion and the lie and try to stop others from living the objective truth.
Terrible way to live.
Yeah, man. Having them spiritually mature type of understanding there. In them surroundings, they coming like, it never no less than you being a batty boy in a bridging.
Homosexual?
Yeah, man. A bridging. The right thing seen as the wrong thing. If you smile, them say it fake. Because them don't feel like them have the courage to smile under them circumstances there.
Why
because
though?
Them want,
why?
Because them want continue blame somebody for why them not happy. Or somebody cause them for not happy. It's easier to blame somebody else.
They think so?
Yeah, man, me I tell you. If anything when me do, when me know in myself that the right thing, man. Oh, yeah, apologize. Them boy, they fake. Yeah, boy, apology and boy, forgiveness. Fake. Yeah, what fake. Yeah, man, so the mistake me make and a lot of people make under those circumstances now. I have to shave down myself or water down my potential to make these people feel better. Because we want to be relevant to these people. And when my son died in 2007, I developed the courage to become relevant when necessary. And that's so, I stop live the lie when me that live and just start burn the victim. Faster. When you see a man walk going to church and give a woman much shot in a brethren, the reason go deeper than a man just wicked in a rasta. Yeah, man. Because wicked just suggests say him supposed to know better and know say him not to do that. But again, a man no business with right and wrong, a man business with what make him important. So it's a programming problem we face. Everything we believe about ghetto culture poison. The belief system we culture give away. Recycle all of the problems them where we complain about in our life and things say external forces that cause it. Me I tell you that based on the values of our own we consent to our own downfall every day. This song here we never play now, yes, it's a Lion Cub production, yeah man. Me write that one here, yeah man, and the singer is Ginger. Yes, one of the greatest thing ever sing, and this is one of the man when we can truly say. So far, pick a side and stay on it. Yeah, man, and nothing with hypocrisies, man. Everybody have the same message. I just this them I do and I eat this. Him no business who act. Him not last film way. Ginger, get up now. No.
Yes. Ginger, yes. Get up. Yes, man, get up now. Don't wait till later, Rasta. Yes, this one available on all reputable online platforms. Yes, this section of the program is brought to you by Bamboo Cottage Distributors, J.A. Yeah, man. Them supply quality Jamaican products across America. Yes, man. Products from Grace Walker's Wood, Lasco, Sunshine, Maggie, Tasty, Magnum, Red Stripe, Salt Mackerel, and everything local where you can think of. And if you run away and can't go to it, don't worry, Bamboo Cottage make it come to you. Bamboo Cottage is located in South Carolina, USA. Contact them at 207-200-7082. And you can WhatsApp the same number. Yes, IG at Bamboo_Cottage Distributors JA for the ultimate shipping experience. At this time, I want to say, yes, apologies for the technical difficulties where I experience now regarding the sound quality at various parts of this episode. But I'm sure the item wouldn't want them difficulty there, them technical difficulty there, for stop this episode, for stop the hearing of this episode. But apologies nonetheless. Alright. Right, I know me just want to say, relationship on every level is easier than we think. But it's the belief system of the average person and how that belief system make them approach certain things that really make it hard. This belief system and the actions we take in order to be important turn success in our biggest failure. And we not go ever truly succeed until we recognize and take responsibility for our own part in these failures. None of our relationship them for any level at all can go ever work out until we stop to ourselves as the victim of everybody else and accept the nature of existence for what it is and stop cuss the rain and get a fucking umbrella. Stop cuss the lion say him a go bite you or a cuss say him bite you and climb a tree when you see him. In other words, make a plan. I mean, no, say the jaguar will follow you go up in a tree, you know. But when you see the jaguar, you make a different plan. That is where life is. You make a plan according to where you face. Live by the motto of the U.S. Marine Corps. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Stop run from the challenges we're there to make you better.
So you think people are suffering mainly because they are running from challenges, my brother?
Them tell you say everything will take work or any kind of challenge, nothing there. Challenge portrayed as oppression when it natural is a natural part of life. We have this idea that everything for easy, and it's this idea of easy will actually make everything hard.
You think so?
What you mean? When you have no challenge, there is no meaning in anything. Alright. What you think say? One of the major things we are destroy relationship between man and woman.
Let's pretend I don't know. You tell me, my brother. You tell me.
Let me tell you, well on no virgin, well on no man. Let me tell you, virgin. Since girl thing gets so easy, relationship gets so hard.
Nah, I don't believe that.
What you mean?
I don't.
You know, anything where there's a challenge, you have to face obstacles to achieve it. You appreciate it more when you achieve it.
You believe that?
Yeah, man. We have to take all of the things out of life that was meant for help to find meaning in it.
You believe that?
Yes, my virgin. Yes, the answer is yes. So much time you got. Virgin, watch out, man. Right now, we are living in a world where If you beg the average girl direction to one place to get naked picture, she not even have your number. Pussy come in, open up.
Oh. In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time, time.